Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah Steffens, for your great leadership as Secretary-Treasurer, and thank you for your kind words. And I'm happy to be here after you were listening to the women in the panel earlier. That was very informative and always a source of great pride to see how many women are part of this great union. As Speaker, it is my privilege to bring warm greetings from the Congress to the communications workers of America. I'm thrilled to be here with you today, as my colleagues and I have been thrilled to join you on picket lines over and over again. So many of us have been on picket lines together. And also to make your voices and your concerns and your views known to some of the corporate leaders who somehow or other were not able to see the light just yet. But we wanted them to know what you were thinking, what you needed to have happen, what was important for our country, and that we were all associated with the aspirations of the workers of the CWA. So thank you so much for affording us that opportunity with your wisdom and your courage to fight against power. I mean, I can't even tell you how many heads of corporation, AT&T to name one, that I've had to have the conversation about. Perhaps you don't understand how we see this, how your strength springs from your workers, and how your workers have wisdom about how to succeed. Let us congratulate President Shelton for his great leadership and the entire executive board. Thank you. Where is Chris? Because Democrats know that the middle class is the backbone of our democracy, and we believe that the middle class has a union label on it. So thank you for your own. I'm proud to work with your president and previous presidents as well. For more than 8 decades, CWA has been a beacon of hope for working people. You had advanced justice in newsrooms and call centers, on campus and in the air. And now CWA is bringing the power of solidarity to new industries, from Apple workers to video game developers, even to your announcement yesterday. An organizing wave is washing across the nation, but union-busting corporations and outdated labor laws are still standing in the way. A recent MIT study found that nearly half of non-union workers would organize if they had the opportunity. How about we give them a chance to organize? This is so fundamental to a working class, to middle class, to our democracy. Every American has a basic right to join together with co-workers to fight for dignity on the job and build a fair workplace. House Democrats are committed to upholding that right and holding union busters to account. It is with great pride that we have twice passed the Richard L. Trumka PRO Act, landmark legislation that will strengthen Americans' right to organize, fix a broken NLRB process, and punish illegal anti-union retaliation. We pass the bill again and again. We will not rest until it becomes the law of the land, because it's about justice in the workplace. We remain committed to enacting this transformative bill and unleashing the full potential of America's working people. As we stand up for America's rights to work, House Democrats are also protecting good-paying union jobs, because we are committed to preserving your hard-fought victories and keeping work sites CWA strong. Yeah. Under the leadership of our great President Joe Biden, a real friend of working families and unions, under his leadership, our American Rescue Plan delivered historic funds to save livelihoods, keeping public servants on the job, protecting aviation workers' paychecks, and supporting hard-hit broadcasters. The whole range, you've represent so many different aspects of our society, of our economy. Spearheaded by Congressman Mark Pocan and Congresswoman Sharice Davids, we are now advancing the U.S. Call Center Worker and Consumer Protection Act. To combat offshoring, and protect more than 2 million call center jobs across the country. Democrats are also paving new pathways to opportunity for working people. With our bipartisan infrastructure law, which is the law now, President Biden and the Congress proudly delivered $65 billion to build our broadband infrastructure, deliver internet access to every home, and close America's digital divide. We have work to do, and that is a good start. Thanks to your advocacy, take pride and satisfaction in your advocacy making this happen. This funding also includes unprecedented labor standards, prioritizing high-quality union jobs, and ensuring safer working conditions. Because we need the best talent for the job, and because the skilled Americans connecting our nation deserve a full paycheck for a full day's work. But we know we can't stop there. House Democrats are fighting to invest in the health and prosperity of our families by securing and fighting for, we don't have it yet, securing paid medical and family leave, slashing prescription drug costs, and driven by President Biden's commitment to justice, we are fighting to realize the full promise of our democracy, passing the For the People Act to defend Americans' sacred right to vote, which Sarah referenced her commitment to, the Equality Act to combat hateful anti-LGBTQ discrimination, the American Dream and Promise Act to preserve the hopes and aspirations of our nation's immigrant communities. Fighting alongside you, we will continue pushing to enact these bills into law. Working with President Shelton, and we just are so proud to be working with him, we are strengthening our democracy. We are also ensuring that our economy can compete and succeed on the world stage. This means supporting workers, lowering costs, and bring jobs back to our shores. And with our American Competes Act, the House voted, and now we hope to have a bill that will pass the Senate. The House voted to invest $52 billion turbocharging Americans' production of semiconductors, and $45 billion strengthening America's manufacturing and supply chains. Mostly everything we make now has chips, and we have to make those chips here. This bill will... I call it our independence bill. Bring these jobs home, make America self-sufficient, make it in America. The more we bring home, the less we have to compete with low labor, wages and anti-environmental conditions and the rest, and the more good-paying union jobs we have in our own country. This bill will also strengthen and diversify our STEM workforce, opening new doors to high-paying tech careers. Altogether, the COMPETE Act means three things: jobs, jobs, jobs. Woo! Good-paying, union-protected jobs. Our nation is making great strides forward, but there is much more work to do, and we need you to continue making your voices heard. Know the power of your voice. We can do just so much with internal mobilization. We work very hard, working together, best language, this or that, but we can only go so far with the internal maneuvering. The outside mobilization paves the way for better inside maneuvering, because nobody can organize behind a righteous cause like our labor movement can. Together, we will build a better America, lowering cost, growing paychecks, creating jobs, and organizing new workers. Challenges may lie ahead, but as I always say, we don't agonize, we organize. Yeah. We don't agonize, we organize, we unionize. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity to bring greetings of the Congress to all of you. It's my pleasure, as I say, to be with you. Some of us, again, have been on picket lines, have been in all kinds of coming together for the workers, for the people. Thank you. Solidarity forever. Thank you all very much.